News at 6.
I appreciate it so much. I don't think I can thank people enough for showing up.
Community members in Mahomet came together to surprise a young boy who's been really unable to leave his home during the pandemic. Good evening, I'm Jen Lask. Camden Croft has cystic fibrosis, so he hasn't really seen his friends over COVID-19 concerns. WCIA 3's Gabrielle Cook shows us how his family turned the 4th of July into a birthday parade.
This road was filled with motorcycles and even a pink fire truck, all to celebrate Camden's 8th birthday. This birthday celebration is one that 8-year-old Camden will always remember. It all started when his grandfather created an event on Facebook. Scott Croft is a part of a biker group, so he reached out to other ones in the area.
I expected about 20 people, but to see this many show up to to an event that somebody they don't even know, that just shows you how much people really care. So I mean, it just blew me away for this to happen.
They organized in a line at Mahomet High School and rode to Camden's house. When the motorcycles and fire truck pulled up, he couldn't help but say,
"It's awesome." And also, motorcycles are my most favorite vehicle.
Camden lives with cystic fibrosis, a disease that affects the lungs and immune system. Because of COVID, his mom has had to ensure he is social distancing or wearing a mask. That's why his grandpa wanted to make sure this was his favorite birthday yet.
Well, I mean, the look on his face, I mean, he's got a big, huge smile anyway, as you saw on the yard signs and on the poster. But I think his face is probably still hurting from smiling so big.
And his mother appreciates all of the love and support her son has received.
I teared up, not gonna lie. It's awesome to see that so many people care about your kid, especially people that have no idea who he is. It's emotional. It was fun. He loved it.
In Mahomet, Gabrielle Cook, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
This was not only a celebration for Camden, but an opportunity to raise awareness about cystic fibrosis. You can go to our website, WCIA.com, for more on how to donate. And this was just one of many parades this morning. Even with social distancing, people found ways to celebrate the 4th of July. In St. Joe, people rode bikes, golf carts, and drove down the streets, starting and ending at Hackler Park. They passed the home of Bruce Voges, whose family organized the parade. They say they wanted to also use today to thank all of the essential workers for what they've done during the pandemic. And in the Edgewood subdivision of Urbana, they also had a small neighborhood parade. Viewer Jill Stewart sent us pictures saying the Edgescott Fire Department came out to celebrate and people joined in, also on golf carts, bikes, and strollers. They even had a miniature pony take part and people cheered from their yards. They wrapped it all up with snacks and drinks. And 4th of July celebrations are in full swing in Danville. The city is teaming up with Tilton to host a free fireworks show at Danville Stadium. Food vendors and live music are already going on there right now, and the fireworks will be starting at dusk. There's no capacity limit, but the city added hand washing stations and are asking people to stay 6 feet apart. Well, some places are still hosting fireworks shows, but one popular celebration had to be canceled because of COVID-19. The Arthur Fireworks Celebration normally brings in thousands for the 4th of July, and some people come from out of town to see the display, while others attend every year with their families. One community member we spoke to told us why the celebration was so important to her and her family.
The fireworks held a dear memory for me. 2 years ago, my husband proposed, and so since that time, we wanted to make it a regular family event on returning to the fireworks every year to celebrate our being together and family gathering, and we won't be able to do that this year like we were last couple of years.
Bender also says although her family can't attend this year, safety is always the first priority. Plans are already in works for next year's celebration. And the annual fireworks show in downtown Springfield was canceled as well this year, which has led to many people setting off fireworks on their own. Sangamon County Sheriff Jack Campbell says his office is beefing up patrols today to make sure everybody stays safe for the 4th of July.
About it because normally the shows that have got their display permits have experts involved with the fireworks, and we're afraid now with these shows being canceled that some people may decide to do this on their own, and we have a safety issue there where somebody has lack of experience, certainly a legal issue if they don't have a permit.
Some surrounding communities like Chatham are still holding their fireworks shows this year. And more than 50 cars line the streets of Champaign and Urbana for a Defund the Police parade. Some cars had phrases painted on, including Black Lives Matter, Fund the People, and End Police Brutality. They drove around what would have been that traditional 4th of July parade route, and one organizer of the event explained to WCIA why he felt this parade was needed.
I think defund the police idea is really important, and I think sometimes it's misunderstood. I think every community addresses it as they see the need to, but clearly as you look around, city budgets are starving for money for all the needs of the citizens.
Maurice says he normally marches in the 4th of July parade, and this year he organized this event to support the Black Lives Matter movement. The Illinois Department of Public Health is announcing 862 new confirmed cases of COVID-19, including 10 additional confirmed deaths. That brings the total number of cases in Illinois to 146,612, including 7,014 deaths. Police are investigating after a person was hit and killed walking on an interstate. It happened just before 1 this morning on I-74 near mile marker 185 in Champaign County. Officials say 24-year-old Caleb Sullivan was walking eastbound on the shoulder when he walked into a lane. He was then hit by a car. Sullivan was pronounced dead at the scene, and an autopsy was scheduled for today. The driver of the car was taken to a hospital with minor injuries. And loved ones are saying goodbye to the 3 people killed in the Bunomatic shooting last week. Chris Aumiller's family held a celebration of life yesterday at Pawnee Christian Church. Marcia Strumpfer's visitation will be tomorrow from 3 to 6, with funeral services set for Monday at 3 p.m. at Staub Funeral Home. And William Gibbons' family had a visitation on Wednesday. Police in Champaign are investigating after shots were fired near a busy intersection. It happened near Springfield and Kenwood Avenues this afternoon. Police blocked off the intersection for roughly an hour gathering evidence. They say no one was hurt, no word on if they found the person who was shooting. And a local golf course is looking into a case of vandalism today. Lake of the Woods in Mahomet says someone drove around on a personal golf cart or a four-wheeler last night. They say that person drove onto several greens and also broke multiple flag sticks. If you have any information, they're asking you to give them a call. And still to come on WCIA 3 News at 6.
We know aerobic training is good for the heart. We know it's good for the lungs. We know it does improve your fitness levels.
But what professors don't know yet is what kinds of health benefits yoga can have for the brain. That's what they're studying at U of I, and we'll help explain how you can participate.
And it's been an absolutely gorgeous start to our 4th of July weekend with plenty of sunshine and warmer temperatures. And we're going to continue to see that as we round out the weekend and even into the start of next week with a few small chances for some rain. I'll have the details right after this.